Hello students, welcome to this video on marketing management. I am Tirtha Prasad K, Assistant Professor in Commerce, GFGC, Chennapatna. This session is about Consumer Protection Act and its provisions under module number 2. The objectives of this class are to understand the provisions of the Act and learn about consumer rights and study grievance redressal procedure as per law. Let us start the lesson on Consumer Protection Act 1986. We shall first understand the background of Consumer Protection Act. Unfair trade practices, consumer grievances were so rampant in business. So there was a need for simple and speedy redressal of grievances and prohibition of unfair practices, restrictive trade practices. So Consumer Protection Act was passed in 1986 for checking off these unfair trade practices and redress grievances. Previously, MRTP Act was implemented in 1969. The MRTP stands for Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Act. So it has been replaced by Consumer Protection Act in 1986. It comprises of comprehensive legislation for speedy redressal of consumer grievances. In this picture on the left side, you can see what are required for effective consumer protection. The first one is adequate consumer law. So adequate law should be there in any country to protect consumer rights and to redress their grievances. Secondly, effective implementation of the law and enforcement. Having a law is not enough. So effective enforcement and implementation is also required. And creating awareness for consumers. Creating awareness in the minds of consumers about the law, about the provisions of the law, and giving access to redress mechanisms. So under Consumer Protection Act, there are several redressal agencies set up. Okay, so I will explain that later in this video. So access should be given to file complaints or grievances in those forums, and effective consumer organizations. There are a lot of consumer organizations today in the country. So the government has to give recognition, proper recognition to those consumer organizations and respect their efforts. And also, businesses should handle their activities in a responsible manner so that they don't indulge in such unfair practices or restrictive trade practices, profiteering. Okay, so support from business community is also required for consumer protection. Here are some important points to note. Consumer Protection Act extends to the whole of India, applicable to the whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now it has become Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay, Jammu and Kashmir province has been divided into two states, Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay, and it applies to all types of goods and services except those which are specifically exempted by central government by notification. And it provides for establishment of consumer protection councils at central level and state level, and consumer complaint redressal agencies at central, state, and district levels. Okay. In union territories also, there are consumer complaint redressal agencies, just as in states. In this picture on the left side, you can see what the consumer protection law provides for. Okay, so it tells about rights and responsibilities of consumers and business person. So you can learn what are their rights and responsibilities of both consumers and business person. And the second one, safety of goods and services. So that's very important. So the main focus is on safety of goods and services, filing complaint, mediation, and administrative action. So the Act tells about what is the procedure for registering a complaint and what is the process of mediation and administrative action. Implementation bodies. What are the implementation bodies? Those councils and redressal agencies. So those are implementation bodies. Offences and penalties. If the provisions of the Act have been found contravened, then there will be offences and penalties. And consumer organization and their roles. So this Act gives recognition to consumer organizations working for protecting consumer rights and their roles. Firstly, we shall talk about councils. Central Consumer Protection Council. So central government has set up central council. The central government is empowered to constitute this council at national level. It contains 150 members. 150 members who comprise of the minister in charge of Department of Civil Supplies, who shall be the chairman of the council, the minister of state or deputy minister in the Department of Civil Supplies, who shall be the vice chairman of the central council, and the minister of food and civil supplies of minister in charge of consumer affairs in states. And there's some pieces of information here. 8 members of parliament, 5 from Lok Sabha, 3 from Rajya Sabha. Not to memorize it. The commissioner from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Representatives of central government department, autonomous organization concerned with consumer interest, not exceeding 20. So limit has been put here. And representatives of consumer organizations or consumers not less than 35. Representatives of women not less than 10. Representatives of farmers, trade and industries not exceeding 20. Persons capable of representing consumer interest not specified above, not exceeding 15. The secretary in the Department of Civil Supplies shall be the member secretary of the Central Council. So total of all these should not exceed 150 members. Okay. So there are representatives from different departments, different consumer organizations. Okay, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Okay, and those organizations having consumer interest, government departments, ministries. Okay, so representatives from all these uh, sides. And there are some other provisions with respect to Central Council. The term of the council shall be 3 years. Okay, the council will be superseded every 3 years and a new council will be set up. The council may meet as and when necessary, but not less than 3 meetings held every year. So, minimum 3 meetings they should hold every year. And the council may have a significant role in the formulation of central government economic policy. So, it will have a dialogue with the government in the formulation of economic policy with the central government, and it may respond to the request for information and advise on particular issues relating to the protection of consumers. So consumers protection is the main intention of the Central Council. So it can give any information and advice related to that. And the last one, though the decisions of the council are recommendation, they have a significant impact on several authorities concerned with the matters of consumer protection. So it means that what the Central Council advises is taken as recommendation, but still it has a significant impact on several authorities on matters of consumer protection. Okay, it means that the recommendations are taken seriously by most authorities. And there are councils at state and union territory levels also, which are called state consumer protection councils or union territory consumer protection councils. So state governments are empowered to establish state councils. It consists of such members as may be notified by the state government by notification from time to time, but not less than 2 meetings shall be held every year. So in case of central council, it was 3 meetings minimum. But in case of state councils, 2 meetings should be held every year. The objectives of the council shall be to promote and protect within the state the rights of consumers. So consumer protection and protecting consumer rights, promoting consumer rights also. It constitutes of members from corresponding departments and ministry in the state government. Okay. So Department of Civil Supplies, state government. Okay. And related departments having consumer protection interest. Just as in case of Central Council, they will have representatives from state government departments and ministries. It consists of the minister in charge of consumer affairs in the state government as chairman, and such number of other official or non-official members representing such interest as may be prescribed by the state government. So those other official or non-official members having consumer protection interest. Okay. So states will have representatives from their state government departments and ministries. Central Council will have representatives from central government departments and ministries. And also, consumer organizations uh, and other organizations are also given representation. And we shall learn about the rights of consumers. There are 6 important rights enjoyed by consumers. So normally everybody is a consumer. Everybody who consumes different products and services is a consumer. So he has a right to be protected against marketing of goods which are hazardous to life and property. So that is why hazardous chemicals and some hazardous machinery equipments are not sold to everybody. Only with some license and precaution they will sell those products. Okay. So consumers have right to be protected against such uh, marketing of hazardous products, hazardous to life and property. They have right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, price, and such other features of goods before they can buy. And also, they have right to get protection. Sorry, they have right to get protection against unfair trade practices like profiteering, weighing less, and hazardous packaging. Okay, excessive use of preservatives and chemicals like that, and weight adding substance. Nowadays, a lot of eateries are coming with this weight adding substance. So such unfair trade practices should be stopped. So consumers have a right to be informed about the different aspects of product. They have right to be assured wherever possible access to a variety of goods or sorry, variety of goods at competitive prices. So they have a right to get access to a variety of goods at competitive prices. Okay, there will be a lot of business firms in a particular industry, so they offer goods at competitive prices. They have right to be heard and to be assured that consumer interest will receive due consideration at appropriate forum. Fora is plural of forum, so forum. So they have right to be heard and to be assured that consumer interests receive due consideration. Okay, so that is why redressal agencies are set up. Central Council, State Council has have been set up. Okay, so to give them opportunity to file a grievance or complaint, right to seek redressal against unfair trade practices or unscrupulous exploitation of consumers. So this is very important. They have right to seek redressal. Either they can get compensation or get the expenses incurred in fighting the case. Okay, they have right to seek redressal. They have right to consumer education. So consumer education is a wide term. When a new product comes to the market with a new technology, every consumer has a right to be educated about the use of such product. Suppose a new software comes word processing software like MS Word. Okay, they have right to be educated about the features and use of such word processing software. Let us discuss about the consumer complaint redressal agencies. So these redressal agencies are at three levels: district level, state level, and national level. So these are established by the state government with prior approval of the central government in each district of the state. District forum comprises of a president who is required to be a qualified district judge nominated by the state government. It should also consist of two members. Among them, one should be a woman social worker. The members hold office for a period of 5 years or up to the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier, and not eligible for reappointment. That means that every 5 years the district forum is going to change its members. And there is another point: salary, honorarium paid to the members will be decided by the state government, and if members want to resign, they can fill resignation to the state government. And about the jurisdiction of district forum, it has jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of goods or services or compensation claimed is less than rupees 5 lakh. Earlier it was rupees 1 lakh, but now it is 5 lakh. Less than rupees 5 lakh. Okay, the value of goods or services or compensation. It can take complaints where opposite party or parties resides or carries on business in the district and the cause of action wholly or in part arises. Okay, got it? So where can you file a complaint? You can file a complaint where the business selling the products or services has an office. Okay, and the cause of action arises in that place. Okay, wholly or in part. Procedure to be followed by the district forum. So as per Consumer Protection Act, there is a procedure to be followed for the settlement of consumer dispute. After receiving a complaint from the complainant, it, ref- it refers a copy to the opposite party, directing him to give his version of statement within 30 days or such extended period not exceeding 15 days. Okay. So after receiving complaint, the district forum will send a copy of the complaint to the opposite party, that is a business firm. So within 30 days, he has to answer that complaint. Or the period may be extended, not exceeding 15 days. And if the opposite party denies or disputes the allegations mentioned in the complaint, or omits or fails to take any action to represent his case within the time given by the district forum, then the forum shall take the following actions if the complaint relates to goods. Okay, so this means that if the opposite party doesn't agree with the statement of complaint, then the district forum may take action. Okay, may take action on the complaint if the complaint relates to goods. So continuing that, if a complaint alleges a defect in the goods which cannot be determined by proper analysis, then the district forum shall take a sample and send it to a laboratory with prescribed fee, okay, which is recovered from the complainant. And it has to send a copy of the laboratory report to the opposite party of the complainant. If the complainant disputes with the correctness of report of the laboratory, then they may submit in writing their objections, and then district forum gives a reasonable opportunity to the parties of being heard and issue an appropriate order. So both the parties will be given opportunity to be heard, okay, and the product sample will be sent to the lab for testing. If the opposite party doesn't agree with the lab report, then they both in writing they mention their objections, and then district forum will take appropriate action after giving both the parties opportunity to be heard. Then, if the complaint relates to service and where the opposite party on receipt of a copy of complaint denies or disputes the allegations contained in the complaint or omits or fails to take any action to represent his case within the time given by the forum shall proceed to settle the consumer dispute on the basis of evidence brought to notice. So, in cases of service, there is no lab test. So, if the opposite party denies the allegations or doesn't agree with the complaint, then the district forum itself will give opportunity to both the parties to be heard and will take appropriate action. Now we have come to District Consumer Protection Council. And remember one thing, redressal agencies operate at three levels: district, state, and national. And also, councils operate at three levels: district, state, and national. So both councils and redressal agencies operate at these three levels. Okay. So we talk about the council now, district council. The state government establishes in every district by notification. So district council consists of collector of the district, I mean DC as chairman, and such number of other official and non-official members representing such interest as may be prescribed by the state government. So they have interest in consumer protection. So other official and non-official members should have consumer protection interest and should be nominated by the state government. The council shall meet as and when necessary, but not less than 2 meetings shall be held every year. So for central council, it is for central council, it is 3 meetings. For state council and district council, it is 2 meetings every year. The council shall meet at such time and place when the district or the chairman thinks fit and observe such a procedure in regard to the transaction of the business as may be prescribed by the state government. So state government formulates the entire rules and regulations for the conduct of meetings. The object of every district council shall be to promote and protect within the district the rights of consumers. Okay. So difference between councils and redressal agencies is that redressal agency is just for redressing complaints. Okay. Putting a penalty or some kind of punishment for redressing complaints or grievances. But councils are administrative in nature. That is why councils have representatives from uh, uh, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, consumer organizations, and other organizations having consumer protection interest, different ministries and departments. Okay, so council is administrative in nature, but redressal agencies are for redressal of consumer disputes. Okay, so we have come to State Consumer Complaint Redressal Agency, which is called as State Commission for Consumer Protection. So this is a redressal agency. Okay. So state government establishes this state commission with the prior approval of central government. It consists of a president who is or has been a judge of high court and two members, and one of them is a woman. Jurisdiction. State commission entertains complaints where the value of goods and services or compensation exceeds 5 lakh rupees and doesn't exceed 20 lakh. Okay, so more than 5 lakh and less than 20 lakh. Earlier it was different, it was 1 lakh and 10 lakh. Sorry, yeah, 10 lakh. There is 1 0 extra. Sorry for that. So 1 lakh and 10 lakh, but now it is 5 lakh and 20 lakh. Okay, so more than 5 lakh, less than 20 lakh. District forum will entertain complaints of less than rupees 5 lakh. Okay, so it can entertain appeal against orders of any district forum within the state, and it can call for records and pass appropriate order in any consumer dispute which is pending before or has been decided by the district forum within the state. Okay, so state commission has authority over district forums in the state. If any decision is pending or any order is given by the district forum or any appeal is made against the district forum orders, it can have call both the parties, okay, and then pass appropriate orders. So appeal against the orders of state commission. If the consumer or opposite party are not happy with the orders of state commission, then they can appeal against the orders of state commission to the national commission. Okay, there is national commission at national level within a period of 30 days from the date of the order. So within 30 days, they have to file an appeal to the national commission. So here we have come to the national level, National Commission for Consumer Protection, or it is called National Consumer Redressal Agency. Okay, in short, it is called National Commission. So this is the highest authority to settle the consumer disputes under the Act. It is an independent statutory body. It comprises of a president appointed by the central government who is or has been a judge of Supreme Court and 4 other members who are eminent in any field of knowledge, one of whom should be a woman. So representation has been given to women. Jurisdiction. National Commission is original as well as appellate. So that means it takes appeals against the orders of state commission, and also it entertains original complaints also, first time complaints. Okay. So original jurisdiction is limited to complaints where the value of goods or services and compensation exceeds rupees 20 lakh. So exceeding rupees 20 lakh. Earlier it was 10 lakh, but now it is 20 lakh. The appellate jurisdiction is confined to appeal against the orders of any state commission. Okay. So if someone is going to appeal against the orders of state commission, national commission can entertain that. And also complaints where value of goods or services and compensation exceeds rupees 20 lakh, it can entertain. And appeal. If the consumer or opposite party is not happy with the orders of National Commission, then they can file an appeal against the orders of National Commission to the Supreme Court. Okay, within 30 days from the date of the order. And who can file a complaint? A consumer, an individual can file a complaint who is aggrieved, and any recognized consumer association, any voluntary consumer association registered under the Companies Act or under any other law. Okay, whether the consumer is member of such association or not. Okay, if the consumer who is suffering from the unfair trade practice is a member of consumer association or not, the consumer association can file a complaint voluntarily. Okay, whether the consumer is member or not. One or more consumers, where there are numerous consumers having the same interest, with the permission of consumer forum, on behalf of or for the benefit of all consumers so interested. Suppose if some 40 consumers are uh, aggrieved or have suffered from the use of a product or service, then one or more consumers can file a complaint for the benefit of 40 consumers. The central government or the state government can file a complaint in individual capacity as a representative of interests of consumers in general. Okay, even central government or state government can file a complaint. In case of death of a consumer, legal heir of his representative. So legal representative can file a complaint in case of death of a consumer. And definition of consumer has been given by this act. Consumer is any person who buys any goods against a consideration. Okay, usually it is a monetary consideration. Goods and services offered free of cost. Okay, people enjoying goods and services given free of cost are not consumers, with some exceptions. Okay, but consideration must be there. He must pay something. He must pay money or money's worth. It also includes any user of such goods other than the person who buys such goods, where such use is made with the original buyer's approval. Okay. If purchased for resale or any other commercial purpose, he is not a consumer. If goods are purchased for resale, for selling again, like a retailer purchases from wholesaler and he sells at retail outlet. That is not, the retailer is not a consumer, he is a businessman. Okay, so he is not a consumer. And user of such goods is also a consumer. Normally it happens in a family. In a family, the parents buy goods and services which are used by children. So children are also consumers. The consumer is any user of goods or beneficiary of services. Suppose in case of life insurance, okay, the beneficiary is also a consumer. So beneficiary is a person to whom the policy amount is going to be paid on maturity. So he is also a consumer. And there are penalties for contraventions of this act. Okay. Failure to comply with any order or omitting to comply with any order made by any of the dispute redressal agencies. Okay. So penalty will be imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 1 month, but which may extend to 3 years. So imprisonment for 1 month up to 3 years, or fine which shall not be less than rupees 2000 but may extend to rupees 10,000 or with both. So it means that for contravention of orders issued by dispute redressal agencies, imprisonment may be imposed or penalty may be imposed or both will be imposed. Okay, both imprisonment and penalty. If it is imprisonment, 1 month up to 3 years. From 1 month up to 3 years. If it is penalty, then it will be from 2000 rupees up to 10,000 rupees. Okay. And thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video patiently. Study well for the exams. All the best.
And one more thing, students, the jurisdiction of district, forum, state commission and national commission have been changed. The amount has been changed. So see here, in this is the website of Press Information Bureau. It's a nodal agency of government of India to share the information on different enactments of laws. So go to Google, search for jurisdiction of state commission, okay, or national commission, whatever. The first link you get is pib.goe.in. Okay, so click this link. You will go to Press Information Bureau website. See the highlighted text. So here it is clearly mentioned that the jurisdiction of district forum, okay, or district commission is up to 1 crore rupees. And the jurisdiction of state commission is more than 1 crore up to 10 crore rupees. And the jurisdiction of national commission is more than 10 crore rupees. Okay. So up to 1 crore, more than 1 crore up to 10 crore and more than 10 crore. respectively for district forum, district forum, state commission and national commission. Okay, and this amount is the compensation value or value of goods and services, okay, whatever. So while filing the complaint, the jurisdiction must be observed.